Hello, my name is Kayla, and I will be speaking to you about something extremely important. When it comes to healthcare, what do you think of? Do you think of doctor's appointments? Do you think of yearly screenings, prenatal appointments, fertility specialists? Why does it cost so much? Why does it take an arm and a leg just to go receive the care that we all deserve? So won't you take a couple minutes out of your time today and listen to just something you might be interested in being a part of. Being a woman in the US is definitely scary. From growing up having the yearly screenings as soon as you hit puberty, having doctors check you out for numerous of things, and the following becomes of becoming a parent one day and having to go to the doctor to either get checked for pregnancy or you're trying for a child and your fertility just isn't where it needs to be. So then you look into IVF treatments, which can cost up to thousands of dollars when your body just simply won't let you work the natural way. But when it comes to healthcare, do we really understand all of the benefits and disadvantages that it follows with? Nothing can you nothing can prepare you for the hardships of healthcare, of not being able to afford it, not understanding why it costs so much, not understanding the benefits to the healthcare. Therefore, we don't use it as we should because we don't know of the things that it could possibly help us with. So, here's what it comes down to. What if healthcare was free for women, children, through the yearly screenings, fertility, IVF, uh, prenatal appointments, postpartum? Everything would be so much easier to understand that we have that quality care sitting there right there for us to where nothing could possibly change its mind. I think here is why we should offer free healthcare. For women pushing through prenatal, postpartum, and everything in between. The truth of the matter is healthcare for women is so expensive, changing daily, and it's always evolving. There's always something new out. Making a baby, getting care for your body to have a baby, needing through cancer treatments, the tests that run to even find out if you're capable of having a child. Women typically need care throughout the whole time throughout their lives, from the time they're just a young girl. Our bodies are very indecisive. They're very particular of what they're supposed to be doing. But we take birth control if we don't want to have kids, right? But birth control can also factor into not being able to have kids because your body got so used to being on a system that medicine just killed the idea of you even becoming a parent. I am interested in free healthcare. Being as an option to such, I have gone through so many appointments for prenatal, fertility, and even after with my second child, I had really bad postpartum. I became very suicidal. I was insanely upset. I was depressed. Nothing was making me satisfied to what I was doing. Uh, but I was looked at as if I had something wrong with me, that I was taking advantage of the system because some women do take more than they need. They milk their way through the establishment of healthcare to receive more benefits than ever. Getting approved for healthcare in general is difficult. Either you pay an arm and a leg for just the bare minimum. This is a financial barrier that makes it challenging for women to access healthcare services that they need and they most definitely deserved. The central idea is offering free healthcare for women and not having to jump through the hoops to receive the care that they need. There's always something that's going to follow through, as if you don't make anything, you don't have enough income, or you don't have the credibility to have healthcare. There's always something that's going to be a wall that you have to jump over. Yearly screenings. When you become a young female, there are certain visits you must make to make sure you're okay and that your body is producing the fact of maybe considering children. Checking for cancer, ovarian cysts, anything to that matter. These tests each year determine the factor of your health. There are certain costs that go into seeing OB, and not anyone can be that doctor or check out that female. But if you don't, a doctor's appointment can simply cost up to $200 to $300. Why is it so much? I don't know. Should it be that much? Absolutely not, because who in the heck can afford that? We want to conceive. We want to have children. We want to be able to have a family of our own if we've never been able to. But some of us just aren't that fortunate. We don't understand why we are having so much trouble trying to conceive a child of our own without intervening of specialists' help. Fertility and IVF can literally go into the thousands, if not more. Surrogacy, payments, just to have that one piece of you and your person together to be able to provide a family, to dream of what could be possible. Once you are pregnant, you conceive the baby. The prenatal appointments are costly because going into the prenatal appointments, they confirm your pregnancy. Then throughout the pregnancy, they do gestational diabetes tests to see if you're going to have diabetes, weekly blood tests if needed, if your HCG is rising. Then there's even factors of having a tubal pregnancy, and that means when a baby, in the process of going to the egg, there is a factor of the baby getting stuck in the tube, not being able to get to the egg, endangering the baby and the mother's life. So termination has to be put into effect. Then when you go into miscarriages, money, time, effort, there's a lot that goes into it. But wouldn't it be just simple if it didn't cost anything? Or maybe just the bare minimum, not something that seems out of range. Having a family is all you ever want, right? Whether that be with your person or by yourself. It's not going to go away. Gathering the expenses to go through with anything to conceive your child is going to be outrageously expensive. But women have a biological clock, and it's running faster than you can catch it. Wondering if you'll ever be able to receive that chance of that dream to be a mother. says to by the health organization, needing expectations to set up appointments and treatment plans. Over the course of the pregnancy, there are several visits to as prenatal care in order to make sure your baby is healthy. After the baby has arrived, the cost of giving birth is literally in the thousands. More than, I'd say, like 20 grand to have a baby. I will talk about healthcare compared to our other countries. The government requires you to meet certain extremities to receive the healthcare that we need. These extremities include the following things, such as income, knowing what you make, how much you bring in, how long have you been there, what you can pay each month. Presented by government.org. It makes it very challenging to receive the health care you may need to receive. When you're talking about the healthcare system to the one that we have in the U.S., compares much differently to other countries. The United States has the highest maternal mortality rate to the other countries, offering a maternity package with essentials for baby and mom, stating that other countries give the beneficial package, either a car seat or a carrier, or even just simple packages for mother and baby to go home with. The maternity rooms are much more to the mother's advantage than anything. Their relaxation, they are pampered. The other countries go above and beyond for the birth of children. There is so many other factors going into that, but it doesn't nearly cost as much to bring a child into the world than it does to bring one into the U.S. And they call us a free country. There are so many hoops and genres and walls that you have to jump over just to receive happiness. So how can we make this change? By coming together as one, providing how healthcare could be free, making it less worrisome for us. There are so many other health facilities we could go about this. Making yearly screenings free, following an application if it's possible. When it comes to prenatal, not even a second choice that's even an option. That we need a better quality prenatal care. As a mother, two things can get pricey. I believe there should be a program that helps us receive appointments with our prenatal care following after you give birth with postpartum care. Not assuming we might just be a little stressed out, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be one, as motherhood is definitely a challenge. And that is my plan, to make healthcare free for women and children all around the world. How can you make this change? Is it even a possibility? But we should say thank you instead of saying thank you. Thank you for listening.